Pleating is a common technique for garment sewing, but did you know there are different types? This video will give an overview on why pleating is done, the common types of pleats, and how to create them. Pleats and pleating describes a deliberate and permanent fold in fabric made during the construction process. The point of pleats is to create shape and fullness of the garment, but it can also be a style detail as well. When making something that is intended to be pleated, it's important to use the correct fabric, something stable and can handle heat from an iron, since this is the best way pleats will stand out. Doing a pleat in something like chiffon won't be as noticeable compared to a fabric like cotton, wool, or linen. If you're working with a pattern, pleats will be indicated with marks like this. It's important to transfer these to your fabric pieces. Pleats are created on the right side of the fabric, so when you transfer your marks, make sure to do so on the right side. A pleat describes when you fold the fabric and then press it with an iron. After pressing, you can baste them in place to hold until it's sewn into the seam. Pleats can be soft or sharp depending on the fabric and how much it's pressed, meaning you can press it just at the top of the pleat or press it the full length of the fabric piece depending on the look you desire. Let's go over the most common types of pleats. First, we have the knife pleat. This describes a series of pleats that are all lying in the same direction. The pattern should have an arrow showing you which direction to fold. So in this case, I'm taking one mark, matching it to the mark next to it, and then repeating but going in the same direction. When there's a knife pleat involved, it's usually a bunch of them. For example, in a skirt, the pleats are going all the way around. What you end up with is a skirt that's more fitted at the top and flares out at the bottom. Knife pleats are usually sharp and will be pressed for the full length of the fabric piece. If you want to see a specific demonstration on knife pleats, see the description. Next, the box pleat, which also creates shape, but there are usually not as many in a design as a knife pleat. For this one, you're taking the inside lines and folding them toward the outside lines, and each side is folded in opposite directions. The result after folding and pressing is that the pleat looks like a rectangular box that sits on the right side of the fabric. A similar pleat to this is the inverted pleat, which is opposite of the box pleat. With this, you're taking the two outside lines and folding toward a center line. Instead of it pleating outward like a box pleat, it's pleating inward. If you were to look at the wrong side of the fabric, it looks like a box pleat. So the box pleat and the inverted pleat are opposites of each other. Next is the kick pleat. Unlike the other pleats, this one is a pleat adding flare at the bottom of the garment instead of the top portion. For this, you're actually inserting a separate piece of fabric into the bottom of the seam, and it's a bit more involved. We do have an in-depth tutorial for creating it, so go to our description for a link. Cartridge pleating is like gathering, but more evenly folded and distinct. For this one, you're going to mark the top of your fabric into even sections, like a mark every ½ inch. Then you'll want to do 2 rows of hand running stitches using your marks as your guide as to where you're stitching, going in and out of the fabric at the same points. Take the knotted ends of the thread, gently pull, and the fabric will fold but evenly at your marks. After pulling, knot your thread to hold, and your cartridge pleated panel is ready to be integrated into your project. While there are other specialized types of pleats, these are the ones you'll most likely come across if you do garment sewing. Pleats are a great way to add shape while still keeping the construction process very simple. Our book, Professor Pincushion's Beginner Guide to Sewing, Garment Making for Nervous Newbies, is now available to order. Go to professorpincushion.com/books or click on the link in the description to see a list of vendors where you can purchase it.